Hi guys, starting on the side door panel. So this is the state of what it was, all covered in muck and all the rest of it. Give it a good clean and I'll get back to you in a little while. Okay guys, we're back to this door. It's now been cleaned and I've give it some 80 grit all over, give it some key for the glue to adhere to. As you can see, it was a winder, but I'm having the electric windows which are fitted, so that's blocked in. I've done the first bit, which I haven't shown you, but I will show you some of this as I'm going along. What I've actually done is stuck the top piece and trying to get a pattern of some sort so we can continue through the theme of that. I'll be doing the same with the chairs, exactly the same, slightly different. It'll just be in the middle of the chair, like in the back of it, in the back rest part, and where your bum sits, it'll be in that part of it, and along with normal stuff. Let me get on with a bit of this and get back to you. Okay guys, this is me now trying to attempt to do the headliner to recover it. As you can see, the other one was in quite a bit of mess. Had the two speakers either side, covered them up. Don't know if you can see that or not. Give it a good go. Hopefully this backing foam will cover up any imperfections that may occur, and then I've got to line it anyway after on top of that with some perforated stuff. So for the moment, let's try and see what I can do. Always put plenty on, that's the main thing. If you don't put plenty on, you'll wish you had it done eventually. A good old squirt. And do a little bit at a time. Watching many videos, that's the best thing to do. A little bit at a time. The slow and steady wins the race, apparently. We'll give it a go. And let's see what happens. Obviously, I'm going to come around the bends here. Give it a little snip on the side. Bring it round a touch. There we go. Hopefully that's done that. And right into the actual groove of everything. Same this side. Give it a nice little nip there. Bring it round. Try and get it right into every nook and cranny that there is going. You'll regret it otherwise, because it'll end up falling down and then you wish you'd have done it right in the first place. Spend that little bit more time and then you know you're going to get it right. As far as I can see, it looks okay. Now, sorry guys if I'm in the way. Let's pull it back and do a little bit more. A little bit each time. Let's see what we can do. Bit of old cardboard or something. That's what I'll do. Just to stop anything going on there. Plenty, as I say. Keep going. Right the way down. On them edges, plenty of it. Make sure there's plenty of it there. As I say, you will regret it if you don't. Keep it going. And then, same again. A bit of time. Go for the middle out. Get in the little nooks, in the crannies. Get all the little bits and pieces. A little bit of time. There we go. There we go. Do a little bit, and a bit up there. There we go. Let's see guys, it goes. round and over, round in the grooves, round and over. Quite good. Okay, spin it round. Do the next bit. See what we can do here. Same similar thing. Try not to do too much because you've got all these little nooks and crannies now. You want them to fit in there nice, so you don't want to do loads. If you end up doing loads, it'll go off before you got there. Just do a little bit and bring it in to all the crevices, or do your best to anyway. A little tiny bit of time, as I say. There we go. There you go, just dosh it in, as it were. Push it in. Try and get it into all the grooves as you can. There we go. Get it right in there, as much as you can. And that's the way to do it, hopefully. If it needs to bring it back off, and bring it back up again. You need to reset it. Now's the time to do it. Bit of a nightmare trying to do it if you let it all set and then you end up, you can't do it afterwards. That you don't want to do, otherwise you end up taking it all back off again and redoing it. A bit like I've done the door card, done the door card earlier and let it set up overnight. I was going to show you guys this morning, and no, it didn't go to plan. So I ended up stripping the whole lot down, and well, start again. Nothing I can do about it. So it's one of them things, guys. As I said, I'm an amateur. I've only learned from different people on the net, and learned a bit from them and try to do it. Not everything goes to plan all the time, not even for the experts. So you know, as much as you'd love to get it, it's not going to happen. Try and get it. You don't have to do it on both sides, but I've done it on both sides at the end. Give it a bit more adhesion. Put it up. Bring that crease out a bit. There we go. And do the same there. Try and get it as much as you can. Get as many creases out as you can. And try and get it to fit the actual headliner to where it's supposed to go. Hopefully, anyway. Make it a little bit easier on yourselves. It's all a bit floppy where it's obviously is an old one, stripped, and a lot's been taken out of it where it's so old. That's the trouble, being left in a field for 10 years and nothing done to it. Probably more than that, actually. But it was in a field for 10 years before I bought it off the guy, and that's when I started to do a complete rebuild, as you guys have been told. Oh, that's the headlining done. Now we've got to trim it all up. There's the offending door card that I tried to do yesterday. As you can see, stripped it all off. Made a right pig's ear of it. Well, not a complete pig's ear, it just along these grooves where I had the French stitching, it didn't line up right. I should have took a lot more time. Slow and steady, as I keep saying, but I should have had a lot more time, and I've got a bit more straighter. Didn't like it this morning. It was a little bit higgledy-piggledy, so just strip it off. Got material, do it again. Do it right, hopefully do it right the next time, and then everything won't fail you then. that's the problem. If you don't get it right. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trim this off as best as I can. It don't matter too much because the head lining, the covering that's going on it, as I say, is going to be perforated, and we'll try and get this as close to the edge as possible. It don't have to be spot on, because we're going to wrap the head lining around it anyway, but that almost follows the contour of the head lining. This is not how you should be doing it, we all know that. Otherwise, if we were all to be able to do it, then there wouldn't be these people out there that do it for a living, and you're only trying to reap off of them. So I'm just jack of all trades, master of none, like probably a lot of them out there. But you give these things a go. As I say, we wanted to build a Defender for years, and just never really had the opportunity. Now the opportunities arose, so end up doing it. Doesn't matter, like I say, it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't need to be perfect. Bit of trim here, bit of trim there, bring that down. I'll just follow it round. It'll follow it round anyway. Same again at the back. That's in there like that. Just follow it round. It's generally following the edge of the headliner anyway. I've got the back one. And I'll do the back one, the same similar thing. I haven't got too much messing about. The back one's been done for it already. It's a moulded one, but I am going to foam it and put some perforated liner to it. That's that little bit for now. Get the head liner, give it a bit of a cut here and there. Get back to you guys again in a little bit. Cheers. Okay guys, decided on a different approach now. A little fiasco yesterday, didn't work, or didn't like it. As you know, I'm trying to put, well, I have put electric windows in. These doors come with a kit to go in there which replaces the winder, but in that leather going on yesterday that I'd done, it shows the imprint of it, and it's just, it wasn't right. It wasn't right at all, didn't like it, so I've taken it all off. We all learn by our mistakes. That's the only way we learn. What I've done now is I've filled it in. I'm just going to wait for that to go off, sand it all down. I've also changed the way I'm doing it as well. I'm going to have one piece of 4-way stretch leather at the bottom. I'm going to have the diamond pattern around about here, and then the other 4-way stretch going up here, to change the actual design, because that didn't work right going in these two. It looked a bit hiddly-piddly, but it weren't right. So now I'm going to sand all this down and take all this old glue off as well, back to square one. And what I'll do is I've done the actual sewing. I will show you how I done it on the other card. For this one, I'll get this all prepped and I'll show you how I'm going to glue this and how it's going to come apart, so we can glue it in all these crevices and little nooks and stuff around and try and get it into this so it all looks nice. And we'll get back to that. See you in a while, guys. Okay guys, welcome back. You can see that I've not done too bad a job with that. I'm just about to show you how I created that with a bit of luck, with some seamstry. It's not turned out too bad. I think it's quite a good job. We'll see how the next one turns out. A little bit of fettling here and there to do, just to show you guys. And we'll show you a bit with the old sewing as well. So start off with a middle piece being the checkered 27 centimeters width, the top piece being 30 centimeters width, and the bottom piece being 20 centimeters width. Now we've marked them up, put the two together, and we're going to now pin them together so we can keep them in situ. So a few little staples here and there, not too many, just to keep it in its row, and it'll be easier for sewing then, and it makes a hell of a difference. Sorry guys.